Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss book 30 in R.L. Stine Goosebumps original 62 book series. We're almost halfway there. It came from beneath the sink, so this came out April 95. This reminds me a lot of book 10, The Ghost Next Door, specifically because of that fear level. Book 10, The Ghost Next Door, in my opinion, is the highest fear level when it comes to scare within these books. Other ones are cutesy, other ones are, scary, but like fear, right? That 10th book, Ghost Next Door, starts out with the death. And you're like, okay, well, who's actually the ghost? Is it the girl next door or is it the boy next door? This book, the 10th book, it came from beneath the sink, has that same level of fear factor because it's all about fear. This thing called a gruel happens to be this tiny little brown sponge looking thing which lives under the sink of this new house that these two characters, Kat and Daniel Merton, move into, right? She's 12, turning 13 within the book. He's a little younger. Their parents, they only lived like 3 blocks away from where they are currently moving into now, Maple Street, Maple Avenue, or something like that. And so their dog killer finds this sponge thing underneath the sink, and they don't understand. It's pulsating, but it's turning colors, but then like bad things are happening. What's going on? So Daniel gets this encyclopedia of the weird at the library at school, takes it home with them, and they study the gruel, right? It has a distant cousin called the Lanx as well, which kind of looks more like a potato with sharp teeth, versus the gruel, which looks like a dried up sponge, with beady eyes and, thrives on bad luck, thrives on negativity. And so it's about the mythology of these things, right? Not so much the origin story, but a matter of how they live, how they thrive. They don't eat, they don't drink, but they survive on negative energy. And so it's a matter of what do you do? Do you just smush this thing with a textbook? Do you throw it in a garbage disposal? If you give it to somebody else, then you're going to die within a day. So there's a lot of fear to it. What do I do to survive? What do I do to make sure that I am okay, that my family's okay, that my friends are okay? And then it's eventually revealed at the end, well, if you treat it with negativity, it thrives on negativity. So if you treat it with kindness, maybe it'll die from kindness. And then that was the moral of that. And then finding the Lanx at the end under the sink. So why is it under the sink there's a portal that these, mythological creatures are coming out of? I did like that this is the first book that has its own mythology to it. We have, werewolf stuff going on in previous installments, and that's mythology, but this is its own mythology. This isn't like based on something that I'm familiar with. I know a lot of mythology. I've never heard of this. It's possible it exists in other cultures, but I've never heard of this particular thing, a gruel and a Lanx, sponge thing and a potato thing. Very interesting. I liked that fear element. I really liked that what's going to happen to these kids, like, and they're thinking about it and they're like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep falling off my bike. I can't keep my dad just fell off a ladder. My teacher just slammed her fingers in the door in the drawer. Like, I can't do this. It has to change for the better. And it was really interesting mindset of these middle schoolers trying to figure out what to do to better themselves, what to do to better others. It wasn't just a full selfish aspect. It was a, how do we stop this? This can't keep happening. How do we stop this? And it was fearful because they didn't know what's going to happen next. Is Kat going to get hit by a truck? Is their friend Carlo, well, Daniel's friend Carlo, going to, continuously smash into trees on his bike if he keeps stealing the gruel? So I thought it was very well done. It was very quick, 112 pages long. Breezed right through it, day and a half. But yeah, it came from beneath the sink. I have no qualms with the cover. I have no qualms with the title itself. All right, maybe some qualms. The eyes are not really as described, but I'm nitpicking here. It's okay. And the little blurb at the top, it's warm, it's breathing, and it doesn't do dishes. That's exactly what it was. It's a sponge, but it doesn't do dishes. It's a gruel. So, book 30, R.L. Stine's Goosebumps original 62 book series. It came from beneath the sink, April 95. We're going to hit the 31st book, which is Night of the Living Dummy 2, I believe. And that officially marks our halfway point in our 62 book marathon. So cannot wait. We're almost there, almost halfway there, and I could start singing halfway there from Big Time Rush for everyone. I'm very excited. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.